Are you tired of getting stuck in the mud in SnowRunner? Are you tired of having to call on a backup vehicle every single time to pull your vehicle out? Well, today I'm going to teach you guys how to make one of the best off-road vehicles for SnowRunner and mastering any terrain. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. So the truck I would heavily suggest, this is a modded truck. The truck that I would heavily suggest to use for your missions is the Mega Cab HD Super Single. It is a Dodge Ram. This truck is very fast. It can be lifted pretty high and it can go through mud and water pretty quick. So let's go ahead and show you the best customized options for it. The engine that I will be suggesting for this truck is the heavy tow and haul spec, 1600 pound and foot. This engine can pull a lot while also making the truck fast, and the truck is still maneuverable. The gearbox that I will be suggesting is the heavy tow and haul 4-speed. The reason why I go with this gearbox is because not only does it make the shifting gears faster, it also makes the truck easier to shift when hauling lots, and it may lower your top speed, but it'll give you a lot more control over your load while in the mud. The suspension that I suggest is the Trail Scout Stage 2 42-inch tire. The reason why I suggest this suspension out of all the other options is that it's at that mid to high lifted range, which is a good range for going mudding and going through water and snow, but this also means it's easier to haul your trailers behind it. So if you're pulling a gooseneck, it's not so high to where the end of the gooseneck is digging in the mud, but it's also not too short where the gooseneck is dipping or the front of the gooseneck is all dragging in the mud. The tires that I suggest for the suspension is the 42-inch Redline Trepador Runner. The reason why I suggest these ones is because if you look at the per wheel performance, the on-road, off-road, in mud is all excellent, and that's what you want. And these tires are also good for most terrains, so you should be able to clear most terrains pulling your trailers. For your winch, you're just going to keep the stock at the Trail Runner 12-volt spec winch. This winch is way better than the non-12-volt spec. And then for this modded truck, your diff lock is always on. Another thing that I suggest is going into your visuals and going to the off-road parts and accessories. I suggest getting this snorkel fender mounted. It makes the truck look nice, but also it works very well. So depending on the trailer you're going to be hauling, I would suggest if you're doing a gooseneck or anything like that, the gooseneck hitch OE setup would be a good one. But if you're not pulling a gooseneck and it's a standard bumper pull, I would suggest the level 2 mega duty ball hitch. And for us today, we're going to be running the gooseneck for our example. Color, you can do any kind of color you want, but just for this video, I'm just going to run a kind of a bright gray. And decorations, this doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want in decorations. And so here it is. This is the truck build that I suggest for SnowRunner. Let's go ahead. I'm going to spawn into the gooseneck trailer. I'm going to throw a power stroke or something on it, and we're going to go hit the trails, and I'll show you why I suggest this Dodge. The trailer that I'm going to be showing you guys for this showcase of this truck is the IR short flatbed gooseneck, and I'm just going to spawn in a couple trucks maybe and throw them on there and show you guys the trails and how she performs. Here's the rig for all of you guys to see. We got a power stroke up on the gooseneck, and we got the Dodge that we just made. Let's go and test it in the mud. Another thing I really like about this Dodge is it comes with a 120 liter tank of fuel, which is pretty good. Most trucks only come with 100, so that's 20 extra gallons you're getting there. But as you can see, throwing it in just rear wheel and see how she does. This is just rear wheel drive, mind you. My game is running really slow for some reason. Just watch her beast through this mud as we haven't even thrown it into all-wheel drive. So while we get up here, let's go ahead and throw it into all-wheel drive and see how she does. Now mind you, we are not even in a high gear yet. throw her in high, and look how she rips. We're gonna throw it in high going up this mountain just to show you how good this Dodge rips. I'm gonna go ahead and take this rig down to the spot where we went mudding in that one YouTube video that I posted maybe a day or two ago with the square body and the side-by-side. We're gonna go test her out over there. As you can see, there's some deep water here. We're just gonna throw it in a high. Just watch. You can just see this Dodge just crush all this terrain right here. Just blasting through the water. Here we go for the final stretch. She's making it. As you can see, we just powered through that. Alright, I hope you boys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.